Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to showcase a personal project. It's an AI text to video generator. So the best thing to do is to just give you a practical demonstration. So this is the home page. I'm logged in and it gives me this AI video menu option, so I click on that. There's no video saved here yet, so I will create a video. This loads up a form with a title and a prompt, so I will give it a title, a panda in a forest, and I have a prompt that I've pre-done. That's not even a word. Basically, this is the prompt. It's a very detailed prompt that I use. I just got it from the model on Hugging Face. So it's just a panda dressed in a small red jacket and a tiny hat sits on a wooden stool in a serene bamboo forest, and goes on to give other details. Okay, so I've got my title and I've got my prompt, so I will click submit. Okay, that's done successfully, and now it's come into my so if I click on AI video, it's here, a panda in a forest. So if I click on it, and so I've got my title here and I've got my prompt here, and at the moment it's processing. So the status is processing and the message is it's generating the video now. This will take a couple of minutes because basically it's using this text prompt to create a video, so it's quite a labor intensive process. So it's not going to be 10 seconds, it's going to take the text to video model about a couple of minutes to generate the video. So I added this this feature so I can tell how the process is doing. So basically, when the video is completed, I will come back to you and show you the result.
A few moments later.
Okay, so that was a couple of minutes. It's now completed, so now I will show you the result. Right, as you can see, we've got the title, the status is now completed, we've got the prompt, a panda dressed in a small red jacket, and as you can see, we've got the video playing in the browser, so let's have a look at it. Yeah, so as you can see, we've got a text prompt and it's turned it into a 3-second video, so it's doing exactly what it's supposed to. If you like the video, you can download it, and now you've got it on your local computer to do whatever you want with it. Okay, so that's the end of the practical demonstration. If you're interested to see the code behind it, stick around and I'll show you that. Right, so here's the code, and now I'm going to run through the workflow. When a user submits a video prompt on the Django website, the Django backend first checks that the form was submitted properly. The system validates the data, and if everything looks good, it creates a new video entry in the database. The status is set to processing, and we leave placeholders for the video URL and task ID. These will be updated later. Then we launch a background task using Serene, which takes care of sending a request to our text to video AI model service. Okay, here is the Serene task. The purpose of this task is to send a post request to our fast API text to video model service and wait for a response, and then update the database based on that response. Let's quickly look at how this architecture is laid out. Here's a lovely diagram. Inside a virtual private cloud, or VPC, we have two core services, the Django backend and the text-to-video API. Users interact with Django through the public internet. Once a form is submitted, Django sends a background request to Fast API via the generate endpoint. I just showed you this in the Celery task. To tighten security even further, this Fast API app is configured to only accept requests from the Django EC2 instance. This ensures that no external systems can trigger video generation, so only trusted internal communication is allowed. Then, after the video is generated and uploaded, Fast API notifies Django via a webhook at videos/complete. This internal communication between Django and the video API happens securely inside this VPC, while only the front end is exposed to the internet. Now back to the flow. The request from the Django EC2 Celery task reaches the Fast API generate endpoint. It logs the new job in its own SQLite database and schedules it to run in the background task using a task queue. That means Fast API can respond immediately, confirming that video generation has started without blocking the request. Now the actual video generation happens inside this background generate function. First, we update the job status to processing. Then the user's prompt is passed into an AI video pipeline that generates a short video from the text frame by frame. This process uses a fixed seed for reproducibility, and after generating the frames, we stitch them into a video. The video is temporarily saved to disk and then uploaded to Amazon S3. If the upload is successful, we get a public video URL. If it fails, we mark the job as error. Once the upload is complete, or if an error occurs, we need to let Django know what happened. That's where the notify Django completion function comes in. It builds a secure post request that includes the job ID, the video ID, status, and either a video URL or an error message. This request is authenticated using an API key, and it's sent to a webhook endpoint on the Django side. Now let's look at what Django does with the webhook. Okay, right. Here is the webhook. Video complete notification. First, it verifies the request using the authorization header and compares the token to the expected API key. If it's invalid or missing, the request is rejected immediately. Next, Django passes the JSON payload and checks that all the required fields are present, like the job ID, video ID, status, and timestamps. If the job was successful, Django stores the video URL and updates the status to completed. If it fails, it logs the error so we can review it later. Finally, the video record is saved and Django responds to the webhook confirming that the update was received. So, as a quick recap, here's the full journey. A user submits a video prompt, Django saves it and launches a background task. That task sends the prompt to Fast API. Fast API generates the video and uploads it to S3. Then it notifies Django when the job is done, and then Django then updates the user-facing video and status, so the user knows that the video is completed, and then they can see that video in the browser and then download it if they want. Everything is asynchronous, secure, and scalable, making it possible to generate AI videos in the background while keeping the user experience fast and responsive. Thank you for watching.